Hello YouTube, I'm Elwirfy, and as you can see, we're going to be playing a new game that's called Prison Architect. Now, you'll notice that there's no webcam. Right now my computer is going through some trouble with the webcam itself, and I do want to get that back, but I figured since I don't have a webcam, I may as well play a game where there's going to be information on all sides of the screen. That means there's no good place for me to actually put a webcam if I did want to use it, which is totally fine. I mean, for example, we're going to open up the Reports tab. Look at how much space that takes up. Now imagine if there was a webcam in your top right corner. You wouldn't be able to see certain information like prisoners and staff, just kind of general information. Now there are some things that are blocked off to us, but pretty much what the point of the game is right now for us is going to be actually just constructing a prison. And all we have to do to beat the game is, by my standards anyway, is to just fill up the entire map. So I'm going to zoom out. On every single side, you can take up more territory, and what would be really cool is if we even get a road going through a prison. Now that'd be some classy stuff right there. Excuse me. But for now, we are actually just going to be starting off with just kind of the typical thing. Now, there is one game setting I did modify from the basic rules, and I did get a special warden. Now, that warden, who is not called the warden, he's called like kind of the pacifier. Pretty much he makes it so that way we have less likely odds of getting inmates who are going to try and beat the shit out of each other. Why? Because this is actually a very difficult game, and when riots break out, it gets a bit nuts. Now, maybe sure that's what you want, but just because of the way this game is built, I find that it's easier to wait to get to the more eventful stuff till after we get the prison. Because if you start out and you already get riots and you only have like maybe 100 guys, people die, and you lose money really easily in this game. And the point of this little thing that we're going to be doing is actually have a very cool idea for a prison, but the only way to do that without going into the unlimited money mode, because I think that's just stupid for any series, is to work our way up, try and make a prison that's profitable, sell that prison, then make an even better prison from the beginning until we eventually have the funds to, right from the get-go, make as good of a prison as we wish. And I think that shows a bit more of a challenge. And we'll play around with different wardens as we go to different prisons. But for now, let's go ahead and get right into it. So, as you can see, I actually paused the game. Right now, we have builders that are coming in to try and give us supplies. Now, unfortunately, as you can see, we have a bit of problems immediately. If you see in the top left-hand corner, we have prison intake. That means that prisoners are coming at 8 o'clock in the morning. Look at this clock over here and all of this information in the top right corner. Yeah, that's not something that'll make sense for now. But right now, what we need to know is that it's currently 8 a.m. at this very moment. Tomorrow, which is exactly 24 hours from right now, we're going to get more inmates. And when we get more inmates, they'll just try and the cops will normally take them to the cells. But we don't actually even have prison walls yet. So the first thing we're going to do, we're going to go down to reports, and we're going to go to the intake tab, and we're going to close our intake. Now, in order to make the game a bit more challenging, we're actually going to use medium security prisoners. Not the minimum security, because minimum security pretty much don't get in fights. So medium security, which will give us a fair amount of money. Income, as you can see, this green bar, I'll leave that on the screen for a little bit. That's your daily cash inflow, pretty much our income, how much money we make in a day. This is our balance. This is pretty much how much we have, and we just make money. And then this is what day we're on. So as you can see, we're on day 1, and now that our prison is closed, we can go ahead and design our prison. So what I'm thinking of is we're going to go ahead and get a foundation. Now, because it's paused, we can actually edit this as we wish. So we're going to zoom in a bit. As you can see right here, we have a showers and a garbage section. Now what this means is we're actually going to have trucks coming in to deliver stuff here, and you'll see in a second. But essentially what I'm going to go ahead and do is, what's a perimeter wall? Fence. What is a perimeter wall? Oh, versus, yeah, we want a fence. So pretty much what this fence is going to let us do, we're going to take a fence and pretty much build kind of like a thing, so that way prisoners can't necessarily escape right off the bat. That'd be a little bit bad. So see, with this fence here, we're going to be able to pretty much ensure that our prisoners are not able to like get out or do anything. So as you can see, we're going to have fences all along here. And then we're going to go ahead and get some foundations here. We're actually going to use concrete, because I think concrete is better. And as you can see, that's a lot of money being spent. Okay. So 6,700, 800. Oh, no, wait, that's 11,000. I can't do math. This is, because I was like, hey, we need to get some stuff. So I think that's a solid thing. So we go to materials and we go to, actually, you know what? Let's go ahead and let's go ahead and make it. So what's going to happen? We're on super fast forward. So as you can see, the foundation has been set. All these builders are going to go out and they're just going to go ahead and start building the prison. And then once the foundation is laid out, we're going to go ahead. Oh, geez, we only have $5,000. Maybe I made the prison a little too big. Maybe we didn't need all that fence, but I think the fence is important, and that's just a personal thing. So as you can see, we're going to go ahead, and we're also making money, so it's not the end of the world. If we really have to, I'll cut it and just let the game kind of run, and we just make money casually, and that's totally fine. But once we get some prisoners in here, things will go a little bit better. And we're just going to go ahead and build this prison as quickly as possible. And you see, you know, we're making money. So it won't be the end of the world. And the foundation's actually one of the more expensive parts. Okay, the game is auto-saving. Don't worry. But that was not lag on your screen. This is a very intensive PC-heavy game, so I'm not sure how many of these episodes I'm going to be able to stockpile in, because normally what I do for my channel is I'll stockpile videos so that way I don't have to record every day. This is something I might have to record every single day. So keep in mind that these type of videos may or may not come out at a slower frequency rate, and you guys just kind of have to be cool with that. Which thank you for doing. Now, as you can see, it does require an entrance here, but all my workmen are still kind of finishing it up. And you might be wondering, oh, well, where do we put an entrance? Well, we can go to materials. No, let's go to objects. And let's go ahead and get a jail door. And we're going to get a jail door, and we're going to fit that right on that section of the wall. And then we're going to get a staff door, and put a staff door right there, and a staff door right there. And that will then, the staff door is just to protect our people. So as you can see, they're going to go ahead and put lights into our prison. And now let's think about what we're going to want. Now you'll notice we have a very low amount of money. So we're actually going to go ahead and go to grants. Now what's a grant? A grant is pretty much something that'll give us an advance payment on whatever we need at the time. You know, that'll just kind of help us out as a whole to kind of get our prison started. Because as you can see, we only have about $4,000 right now to try and finish the prison. So what we're going to do is we're going to take a basic grant for like a basic detention center. That'll give us $30,000 advance on our prison, and oh, okay, $20,000 advance, and I guess $30,000 is the reward. So we are going to go ahead and grab also the administration center, because that'll also give us another $5,000, and we'll be able to start making more money that way. So right now, what we're going to want to do is we're going to want to grab a generator. So we're going to go into utilities and get ourselves a power station, because right now there's no lights in our prison. Not necessarily the best thing for us. So we're going to put that right over there and go ahead and grab electrical cables, which we can run all the way through these walls, which is important because if we can't see in our prison, then there's no way for us to reasonably take in inmates at this rate. And we're also going to get capacitors. Capacitors are pretty much something that will allow our prison to run with a light source and be able to pretty much take up more space as a whole, which is something that we are going to need in order to make it so that we can put more lights in the prison throughout the entire room, instead of the entire prison as a whole, instead of just a more contained site. So as you can see, the workmen are going through to go ahead and install our lights now that we do have our electrical wiring in place. So as you can see on the top left over here, we're going to need to build holding cell, shower, yard, kitchen, canteen, and hire some people, as well as build offices. So the first thing we're going to want to do is get offices. Well, we can go to the materials section, get concrete walls, and for an office, I do believe it's a 4x4 room to make an office. Yeah, office 4x4, so that means we're going to make the walls 5x5. So 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to go ahead and do that. And you know, we'll be smart about it and actually leave a gap in our for the walls. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4. There's a gap. We're going to go ahead and demolish the walls right here. So now the next step that we're actually going to do is we're going to go ahead and figure out how many offices we actually need. So we need to hire a warden. So we're going to go ahead and go to rooms, And we can designate rooms. We can go to an office and just drag in place. Drag in place. Now you notice it's blinking because we actually need to put some stuff in there in order for it to be considered an office. You know, things got to look nice. So what do we need for an office? Well, we need an office desk, a chair, and a filing cabinet. So let's go ahead and get ourselves a where's the office desk? I was supposed to, all right. Let's get a staff door, and we'll go ahead and put oh, there's the zoom buttons. Found it. Haha. Maybe you want to look a little bit closer at the thing. Whatever. Still working things out. Anyway, so we need a staff door. We need a chair. So we'll go ahead and put chairs into these offices. I forgot how to rotate objects. Oh, probably are. Yeah. Okay. So we'll go ahead and put in a chair, and then we also need an office desk, or no, a filing cabinet. I thought we needed a office desk. We do. It is supposed to be alphabetical, so we're gonna go ahead and look for that. Radio white sofa. What? I'm not sure why we don't have an office desk. Okay, I just grabbed it. Okay, there we go. And then we need a filing cabinet, so we'll just stop typing there and go to F. Yeah, I'm not sure why our options are so limited here, because I'll type in the thing and everything will be much quicker. So let's go ahead and make ourselves a filing cabinet, which is gonna help out. And then these will be official offices. Now, what do the offices actually do? Offices allow us to go over to staff, and we'll go ahead and hire the warden. Let's put the warden here. So now that we have a warden, you'll notice that something got checked off over here. So as soon as the filing cabinet gets put in, or the filing cabinets get put in, we're going to go ahead and be able to have two offices. That'll clear that out. Then we need to unlock finance through bureaucracy. So what do they mean when they talk about that? Well, that means if we go to where is it? I might be missing something here. Quick Bill Foundation, staff, utilities, objects, bureaucracy. Ah, yes, we go to bureaucracy, and we have to get what was it? Finance? Yes. We need to unlock finance through bureaucracy. That's pretty much kind of upgrades that we can do to kind of make the prison a little more advanced in our capabilities. So what else do we need? We need to hire an accountant. So let's go ahead and go to the staff. And we can't get an accountant until finance is done. That's why we're on super speedy mode, so that way we'll be able to get things done a bit quicker, because in the beginning of the game, we don't really want to go on normal speed because things get slow. So, what do we also need in the meantime? We're going to need to build a holding cell, a shower, yard, kitchen, canteen, 2 guards, and 2 cooks. So, what do we need to do in order to get that? Well, we're going to need to go ahead and figure out how we're going to make a holding cell. So, in order to get a holding cell, where did it go? Oh, there it is. It needs to be a 5x5 room, enclosed. So, we're going to get materials. We're going to pause. And we're going to get a concrete wall. And we'll put our holding cell maybe right here. So, it needs to be 6x6. Which means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Perfect. So I'm pretty sure that, and yes, it's going to look a little lopsided. Bear with me. That should qualify it as a holding cell. 5x5, yep, that'll work. Okay. Then we're also going to need to get ourselves a canteen. Canteens are a bit big. But you know what? We can do it. We can do it. How are we going to do this? Well, let me just teach you something about how the cells actually work. To make a normal cell, it's a 2x3. So, that is not a cell. I'm doing this for example purposes. So this is not a cell. A normal cell size is going to look something along the lines of that. Okay? And yes, this hallway here could... let's fill it in. Nah, it looks kind of funky. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little bit of an aesthetic kind of person when it comes to these sort of things. So as you can see, we can make cells. And cells pretty much... Oh yeah, they're not too wide. Okay. I'm making the cells a little bit funkier. Sorry if I'm being a bit slower on my speaking skills now. This will need to get extended out further. But anyway, these are all qualified cells. See the different shapes? Those will all be cells. But we don't actually need to get any of those yet. That is just pre-planned stuff. So let's go ahead and fast forward and get those walls into place. So we're going to need a kitchen. So if we kind of want to think about the layout of our prison, we're going to kind of want to have the kitchen and the shower in the middle. So let's go ahead and, for the sake of easy access, plan out how we want our showers. So if we are going to have showers right here, it's going to be kind of small showers, and then we're going to have a canteen area right here. We're also going to need a kitchen. Now, well, how are we going to do this? Well, let's go ahead and get some foundation. Get concrete. Concrete and brick are the same, by the way. There's no real difference between them. Let's make an extension out here for a kitchen. An entrance will hopefully be formed in that time. So as you can see, what do we need for the requirements for a holding cell? Well, let's go ahead and take a look at the rooms. So for a holding cell, we need to have enclosed. It needs to be enclosed and surrounded by walls and doors. It needs a toilet and a bench. Okay. So objects. Gonna get a jail door, because it is a cell. We're going to get a bench. And a toilet. Now you're probably wondering, well, toilet seems pretty straightforward. I don't know why you need to elaborate on that. Well, it actually is worth elaborating on, because toilets, they have their own little system. Because if we go to utilities over here, you'll notice there's also a water pump station. Water pump stations are a bit easier. There's nothing we can really add on to make them more advanced or less advanced. Ooh, they added an update. A pipe valve. I've never seen that. But anyway, there is a difference. We're going to want to put large pipe all the way through the walls, and that'll connect right up, and then small pipe inside, because we don't want our prisoners to actually escape through the toilets. That'd be very awkward if we try to do that. So as you can see, we can kind of see what's going on here, and we want to kind of plan for where our toilets are going to be. So if we want to have toilets, that kind of makes sense. We're going to run these pipes all the way up, and we want a toilet in, say, the back corner. And then this will have to extend to there. This will extend to there. So as you can see, we're already prepping and planning about where we're going to plan to have our toilets, which is very important if you're going to have a prison, I would say. Oh, so now we get to hire an accountant. And the accountant will allow us to finish our grant. As you can see, we just made $5,000 more. I'd say that's pretty good. So, the holding cell should be complete. So we're going to go ahead and go to rooms, and we're going to go to holding cell, and that will technically complete the holding cell. Prisoners don't know where to eat, but it will still check it off, which is fine. Okay, well, hope you guys all enjoyed the first episode of Prison Architect, and the next one will be coming out as soon as feasibly possible. I'm Elwirfy, and I'll see you guys next time.